computer's about to die. How much longer we got? 3%. 16 minutes. We have to get this thing rolling in 16 minutes, or I don't have a script. All right.
Hey guys, I'm Cortnee. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here with
Jaden Utter. So today's topic will be just basically agent confessions. So we're going to go through a little bit of scenarios.
Okay.
Some mishaps that may have happened while working in the field. Scary, funny, whatever.
Okay.
What is the weirdest showing you've ever had?
Snake in the house.
Like actually like a live snake?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That was odd.
Yeah, that would freak me out. I mean, mine's a little more in depth.
No. That was just enough. I was done.
I think I would have rather taken the snake. So I showed up to a showing. This is probably a couple months ago. I showed up to a showing 15 minutes early like normal. Sometimes 30 if the house is a bigger farm. But they get there. They're separate. So the gentleman shows up 15 minutes late. The female shows up about 5 minutes after him. And at this point, I'm a little annoyed. We're already 15 minutes past. I mean, it's somebody's house. Yeah. Exactly. So he looks at me and says, "It was very nice to meet you. Do you care if my significant other and I go and talk? We haven't even seen anything. What are you going to talk about?" So whatever. So I get back in my car. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. You guys can go on." So I hop back in my truck and I call Matt Frump because he's the lender working on the deal I was working with at that time. So I'm on the phone with him and I look in my mirror, like right to the left, just look out of it. And I look back and they're making out completely in their car. This is a quarter of the story. We get through.
Were they older?
He's in like mid 30s. So, I mean, it wasn't like young teenage kids looking for no, it was the whole vibe gets weirder from here. So we're going through, they finally get out. I meet them back at the truck door. We decide to go inside. When we go inside, this house is a dump. I mean, it's a $60,000 dump. And he's like, "We can fix this. We can fix that." I'm like, "This thing needs bulldozed." So we get all the way through and they're just giggling and grabbing each other throughout, holding hands, bouncing down the hallway the whole entire time. And they go, "Well, there's this other house that we looked at, or we looked at online, and we wanted to see it." And I said, "Okay, I mean, sure." So we looked at it. It's pending. Again, but it was a bank-owned property, so it's fell out of contract 2 or 3 times. I'm like, "Sure, we can go see it. It's on my way home. It's an extra 15 minutes." So we get finished there. We head to that house. I'm headed home. I call Chris, and I'm like, "This is weird." And he goes, "Well, fill me in afterwards. Make sure you're good." Like, I don't care. I normally carry on a lot of my showings. But we get to the second house. And again, they're late. Don't know why. Don't know how, but they're late. They pull in. The gentleman pulls out a deck of cards, but not like playing cards. These deck of cards are like sex challenge cards. So
Were they married?
I don't know.
They were showing up at the showing to see one another, weren't they?
Probably.
Yikes.
So this isn't even the best part. They weren't. This wasn't even. This was the best part. So he pulls it out. And
the cards.
He pulls them out and says, "Pick one," right in front of me, and I'm like,
"To her?"
Yeah.
Oh God.
She goes, "Oh, okay." So she draws one, and it's wear a plug for 24 hours. She goes, "I can do that."
And you're part of this conversation?
Listen, so I'm just standing there and I look at both of them. They're both dying, laughing hysterically, and I'm like,
"Are you being pranked?"
At that point, I was like, it got really weird. But it's like, am I on like a hidden camera TV show or something? Yeah. And I kid you not, they look at me and go, "Yeah, we're just really playful." I'm like, "This is weird. Let's get through this." Yeah. Like, this was gonna be the quickest house showing I've ever seen in my entire life. So we go through the house, and I hear, all morning long, I hear, bzz, bzz, bzz. I keep checking my phone. I'm being dead serious. I think it's a text message. I'm being dead serious. I think it's a text message. She falls into the wall giggling. And at that point, I look at him. He's got a remote control on his phone. And they're just and I'm like, all right, guys, I got to go. Just wrapping this up. And Chris, for 2.5 weeks afterwards, asked if I was doing a follow-up with them. And I said, hell no. But yeah, that was
That makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it puts a whole new meaning to keeping things fun, doesn't it?
Oh, it was something. It was
Extremely
something.
Awkward.
Yeah. So, moving on, we'll go back to our original segment. But yeah, no, so it was crazy. Like it was nuts. Like
I'd take the snake.
That's why I said I'd take the snake. Like it was, again, I'm usually like, I have no filter. Stuff really doesn't affect me. But it was just like the pyramid of things. Like it started out with me looking in my mirror and they're just making out in the car. Whatever.
Blindsided.
Like I don't, what? We get through and it just gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know if I was trying to be invited in, if it was weird.
I was going to ask if he offered you a card. That's why I asked.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care. I was leaving. Like it was wild.
That's something.
Yeah. All right, so this or that. Open house, or scheduled showing.
Scheduled showing.
First time home buyer or investor.
Ooh, I've worked with both, but I really like the first time home buyers.
I agree. New builds or houses with character?
I'm a character girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Old farmhouse?
Yep.
Gotcha.
The trim, all the things. Yep.
Recessed ceilings? Yep. And
Sorry to bore you.
No, you're good. I'm just tired. Texting clients or phone calls?
I'm a texter. I'm not a phone call girl.
Chris and Ange get mad at me all the time.
I'm not
I know. I guarantee you this is what it's like. It's Jaden calling again.
But you,
because I don't text.
Like you are an old soul though when it comes to that.
Yeah, like I hate texting. So like voice to text in our group chat and like when we're texting, grammar's not my forte.
It's not. I will vouch for that.
But it's because I voice to text so bad, like so much.
But see, like when I was younger, my mom was on the phone all the time. You know, she would call my grandma or she'd call her friends, and I just remember I just didn't like it. I was never on the phone.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather either be in person talking or just text and be done.
For me, I can multitask, so I can have.
You though?
I really can, like. But no, I already know when I call Chris, Ange, Mark.
It's an hour.
Oh, it's not. It's that, but it's. Look, he's calling again. I'll call him back.
I'm not going to answer this, so then you call the next person.
Chris goes, I've been busy.
Yeah.
What's up? But yeah. So moving on to coffee or energy drinks.
Coffee.
See, I love coffee, but I'm the other way around. Energy drinks.
Yeah.
We got a Red Bull right over there.
Yeah. Pink, might I add.
Sponsor us. All right. So something we haven't tried is a new segment called Deal Breaker or No. I'm going to read you the scenario and you tell me if it's a deal breaker or not.
Okay.
The buyer says they love the house, but they want to wait a few days to see if anything better pops up. Even though there's no other offers on the table of the property.
Ugh, that's a tough one because it really just kind of depends on the market. How fast are things moving? You know, does this meet all their criteria? I think that obviously waiting is it can be a bad thing.
What was that? We got a crash. I think Chris is downstairs making coffee. That's awesome. Continue. Sorry.
It really just depends, you know, how quick do they need to move? You know, there's a lot of different scenarios, so it can be a deal breaker. You know, if you don't move on it quick enough, you know how fast they go sometimes.
And I think that goes back to the decision of what regret is more, waiting too long or acting too fast. And I think the stage of the process of when you go, if this is their 54th showing and they really like the house, you showed them 50 some homes. It's like at this point, you're wasting both of our time. Yeah. Again, I don't care to show you whatever you want to see, but you're wasting our time and yours. Right. You're just looking at houses and you're either not emotionally ready, not financially ready. Right. So we need to figure that out before we make a step forward.
There's a lot of aspects.
Absolutely. 100%. Yep. All right. Scenario 2, a seller refuses to fix anything after the inspection and says the next buyer will accept it. even though the house has sat on the market for quite a while?
So there's two things for me. The seller isn't really wanting to sell, or it depends on how bad the buyer wants the house. And I mean, what are the defects? I mean, if it's structural or whatever, I mean, we really have to look into that. But, are they willing to come down on purchase price? So this, the buyer has an opportunity to purchase and to fix. It really, again, just depends on how motivated your buyer is.
And if we're playing the full-on scenario, at that point, like you said, how much does your client love the house?
Yeah.
Because if there's small things, there's on our team, we have like Mark in the background that works to keep our deals together.
If we have a GFI that needs fixed, it's
that type of stuff.
Shouldn't be a deal breaker.
But honestly, it just comes down to if you're on the buying side, if your buyers are putting in an offer in with the seller, it's setting that expectation of, do you really love this house? Because if not, we can find you somebody who are willing to negotiate those things.
Right.
If you're representing the seller, I mean, at that point, you have to have that real conversation you're going to have to give one way or the other. You sat on the market. You're going to have to give some credit. You're going to have to fix these things. Something has to be done, or you're just going to continue to stay there.
Absolutely.
Scenario 3, a client wants to write an offer significantly under asking price with no real justification and says the worst thing they can say is no.
They're not wrong.
No,
They're not wrong. And how competitive can you be as an agent? But I think too, if it's land, it's one thing, but if it's somebody's house, a lot of people take it personal. It's a hit to them. So maybe it's just educating your buyer on different comps of the area or what this is really worth. I'm all about coming in under asking price 100%.
So, and like to piggyback off that, I think we're transitioning really hard into a buyer's market. We're still in that teeter-totter where we don't know what the validity of the market's. We don't know how the market's going to affect it. But we're right there in that balance where houses are sitting on 60, 90 days on the market.
Yep.
Buyers have a lot more
negotiating.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into it. And I think that affects it. And is it cash? Is it financing? Is it USDA? I mean, the terms of the deal matter.
When are we closing?
100%. 15, 30, 45 days, 100%. But I think the biggest thing that comes into it is you don't know until you ask, but let's be realistic.
Yep.
So if a house is $400,000 and you want to shoot $350,000, we know it's not going to be accepted, or it might be, but let's not ask for $275,000 on a $400,000 house. And I think that's that conversation you have with your client. Like, ultimately, we're there to serve you. You could tell us to screw off and tell us to do this, and we have to do it legally. I mean, but it's that conversation you have of advising them, like, this is where you should position yourself best.
Sometimes those conversations are uncomfortable.
They are.
It's not always easy.
I don't mind. Somebody wants to tell me, I don't care what you say, put it in an offer. It takes me 5 minutes to write an offer. That doesn't bother me. It's your decision.
Don't be surprised when it's kicked back.
100%.
Yep. Just being transparent.
100%. Just doing the right thing for the right reason actually matters. Sorry, I can't read Brown County.
Didn't he say he could multitask?
Well, my computer's like dead. And can we switch laptops? Do we got a charger? Beep. Why does that thing keep shutting off? All right, we're back. Quick laptop change. It's my fault for not being prepared. Oh.
We'll forgive you.
Yeah, sorry. Beep. All right. Where are they at? The buyer says they love the house, but they want to bring 3 family members to the next showing because everyone has an opinion. Your dad's not a home inspector. I mean,
I'm all about, wanting your family's opinion. And I know that people's families are different dynamics.
Absolutely.
But at the showing is not the time for you to discuss that. If you want to take videos or we want to do a, whatever and send to them and then you guys can discuss off site. But we need to be respectful of the homeowner, their time and all those things. So.
And to play devil's advocate, I don't mind who comes on showings.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter. Your opinion's valid, 100%. Like, if you want to interject, if say, first-time home buyer, a young couple, somebody around my age, not knowing what they're doing.
Right.
I have no problem with the parents coming up, grandparents, a family friend that's a contractor, because another set of eyes is not going to hurt.
Right. Absolutely.
But when you get people who either don't do their research, and this isn't attacking anybody, but they don't do their research, or they're not experienced in that field to give an informed opinion. That's what you're hiring us for.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody too has that negative family member that comes in. Well, I don't like the color of the cabinets, or I don't like the floor, or I don't like whatever. And those are cosmetic things. Those are things that, really are minute compared to, the purchase of a home. So I think too, just understanding, the resource that it's coming from could help the dynamic.
Well, and to that point, it's what makes our team so special is we have people with every single area of the real estate market expertise, from investments to land.
Billy,
Mark was with one of the biggest home builders in America.
And Jamie with her family.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, they're the collaborative group that we have. If we don't know the answer, we're gonna get you
absolutely
in the position to make a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the people. We are a team.
Yeah.
All the time. Our group chat is back and forth.
Yeah, it is.
Client insists on using online estimates, Zestimates, instead of comps, and says Zillow says it's worth less, so that's what we're offering.
Zillow's getting better, but they're never up to date. The Zestimates are way out of the ballpark.
Zestimates doesn't take into effect remodels.
Right.
Zestimate only current market information.
But places like Adams County who don't update the auditor site, very often, like, it's not a true depiction of what the home is worth. And so,
well, I think it is too. I mean, you get a lot of the older clients that have owned their home, either paid off, 15 years of equity in the property, that undervalue their home.
Yes.
And then you get people who have had it 3 years and they have maybe 10,000 in positive equity. Not a bad thing, but they're wanting to upgrade at that point. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But you paid $210 for it and you want to ask $400. Like, that just doesn't work. Like,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. Well, that was just a quick little episode. I'm glad we could hop in here and go ahead and do this. But
educate some people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's part of it.
Yeah. If you like this content and want more, subscribe.
See you guys.
See ya. Yep. There you go.